Hello and welcome, my Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Welcome to your What Do I Need read for this new moon in Cancer to full moon next in Capricorn, December into January 2020. Happy New Year, happy holiday, blessed Yule, Merry Christmas. Kwanzaa, happy Christmas, Kwanzaa to you. Remember that was now like a what was that? Some commercial back in the past 10 years. Wishing you all the very best and the very blessed in advance, right? I am your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive president of Drawing the Circle Productions, the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons. But you can call me Mal. I'm also, I always say it, the youngest brother of 4 siblings, and the brother right above me, 3 years older, is Scorpio. So I feel I have the right to read you all for filth, but I do so in a loving way. I love my brother. Bless his heart. He's Matt. I'm Mark. There would have been Luke and John. Thank God there wasn't. What if they were girls? It'd be cruel. All right, enough dark humor, sorta. Let's dive into this. We are doing an 8-card draw. 1 card from 8 different decks, 3 healing systems, 3 oracles, 2 tarot decks to get you clues, tips, and hints about what you need for this full moon. Hey guys, come on. Full moon in Cancer on Tuesday, the 29th of December, to the new moon in Cancer on January 13th, 2021. So this will be taking us through, this waning moon will be taking us through the end of the year. Yeah, so there might be some emotional release going on, because why not? But at least at this point, we are now in winter solstice. So while the sun is now waxing and the moon is now waning, we have that lovely new moon in Capricorn to look forward to. That being said, this is a general read. Please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And, you know, check your other signs, right? Because your sun sign is going to get different info and possibly a different situation entirely than your moon sign, right? So I guess that's about it. All the decks that I read are in the description box all the way at the bottom. Just stay in the present moment, right? Focus on your breath. Be here now. Take this time to relax no matter what hits the table, and I will do the same so that my collective pantheons can work through me to help y'all. Cool. Breathe. Here we go. My beloved pantheons, my collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters, and the higher selves of all involved, please do the Caroline Mace archetype deck. I need 1 card, just 1, in clarity, for the Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs this full moon in Cancer to new moon next in Capricorn. What is the dominant archetype at work within their soul contract, their sacred contract? Maybe somebody else that they're interacting with, maybe an entire situation, maybe some of that, maybe all of that. What is that dominant soul power being developed for them that they need to alchemize from lead to gold, shadow to light, in a waning moon, which is perfect for that? Toxic to healthy for their well-being and for the well-being of all. For my Scorpios, oh, you got the witch archetype. Yes, witch work. Now this doesn't mean you have to be a witch. I mean, I am one. Witch, since I was like a born witch. I wasn't born into like a witch family or anything like that, although it's in the DNA going back thousands of years, both sides actually. But what we're looking at here is one of the blank cards that Caroline Mace provided in the deck, and I wrote on it because she goes, there are billions of archetypes that are not in this deck, otherwise how would I shuffle it? I need a cement mixer and spit out a card. There's an app for that, I'm sure. It wouldn't be the same kind of reading. Wait, let me shuffle. Oh, you got no. But I think we all know the light and the shadow attributes of the witch. I mean, that is the thing about being considered a monster, right? So there's all sorts of lore about you, and some of it is purely symbolic, and some of it's completely off. I mean, I am a witch. I teach witchcraft. I have for what, fucking 20, 30 years now or something. So if this is you, and you identify as a witch, you already know what we're talking about. We're essentially talking, by the way, if you want to do shadow and light, the Wicked Witch of the West, the Good Witch of the North. But if you read Wicked, you know it's not this simple. Or if you saw the play, I did both, read the book. No, audiobook too. It was really good. I read the book, the audiobook, because I'm a Virgo. So we know that the shadow side is about using your wisdom for harm. Your wisdom, your power, what you know. Witches know things other people don't. That's why the root of the word witch is the word wit, like witty, right? Like fast, right? It's like we can pick things up quickly and implement them. Wisdom comes from experience anyway, right? So it's not just that we know stuff. It's that we've put stuff into action and gained wisdom from it. So if you can see yourself in that sense of, or somebody you're dealing with in that sense of using that in the shadow, right? It's like something that you don't want them to know. Right now, people say, oh, you're like hexing and cursing. I'm like, yeah, but if you're hexing and cursing a murderer, right? You know, it's like, and by the way, we don't have that kind of power. If we did, this world would be drastically different, right? We are conduits of magic and the divine and blah, 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 blah. So this is an interesting card for me because I have the witch archetype lifelong. Just going to tell you that regardless of how you identify, there is a power here that in its light is a service, right? It really is. Witch is like medicine person. Let's keep it gender neutral. Witch is gender neutral. Shaman, gender neutral. You don't say shamanette, right? Shamaness. Well, I guess shamaness, I have heard that. But no need to gender that, right? So using that power as a service, it is a split in my experience between the two different archetypal families, the wisdom family and the divine family of archetypes, because it depends on the type of witch you are. In other words, there are like hundreds of little sub-archetypes that fill in the witch, because every witch is individual as every person is. But that's an interesting start for Scorpio, and I dressed in all black. Oh, well, I am wearing blue jeans, but I wore black for you Scorpios. I always try to. You ever watch what I'm wearing when I do these things? If you check the jewelry, it's like he always wears the same jewelry. It's like, no, I'm wearing Scorpio jewelry today. So let's keep going, witch that I am. Let's ask the angels, the Healing with the Angels Oracle. What's the angel you need to work with, pray to, I don't know, however this works for you, to help you heal that witch archetype. Remember, this might not be you, right? Or this might be a situation where you have to really take your collective wisdom, like up to this point in your life, and really focus it and boom, take action, because witches take action. That's sort of the point, right? It's like, yeah, I'm a witch, but nothing changes. What's the point? You're going to be a channel and a conduit of fire, earth, air, water, and spirit. Anyway, breathe. Yeah, my angels of water and the sign of Scorpio, please, my Gabrielites, one card in clarity for the Scorpio collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs this full moon in Cancer to new moon next in Capricorn. Who is the healing angel that they need to work with to help them heal, right? It's the Healing with the Angels Oracle that they need to heal, alchemize, whatever, waning moon, that which archetype? Oh, the healing angel of new love. Now, I do remember somebody getting new love recently in the past day or so. Where do I see it? No, don't see it right now, but there you have it. See, write things down, and it doesn't always matter. The healing angel of new love is a very wide range of faculties, right? Like, what is it that they do? This isn't the name of the angel. This is the function of the angel. The angels of new love are, of course, going to bring new love to you, but often from within. New love for yourself, right? This is the witch archetype. Now, okay, I hear you. If there has been some love magic, some love spells, because they are incredibly tempting, and darling, I'm not gonna say I've done them all. People are cranking them out every day. But in my experience as a witch, love magic is one of the most dangerous forms because it involves the fickleness of the human heart. Just saying, right? But that doesn't mean that it can't be in alignment with an angelic healing process. Bring me, right? Bring to me a love that's true within myself. Bring me the experiences that I need to alchemize whatever it is going here to here, whether this is me or someone else, even if that is love of myself. Again, it's a general read, but we're only 2 out of 8 cards down. Now, this deck, the Crystal Oracle, has been incredibly helpful for something that I thought was going to be very simple. Picked it up, the Magic Moon in Saratoga Springs on Feel Straight. I say it every time because I love them, and I'm going to see them by the end of this week. I'm driving up. to see my family. I'm actually probably there already. When is this hitting? Oh, Wednesday. I'm driving. This one's being scheduled for, probably I'm there already. This would be the 5:30 one. Yeah, so I'm already probably settled in and watching this from the guest room. So let's see what the Crystal Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno has to say. Like I said, we've got one healing system of 3. We've got one oracle on the table. This will be our second oracle dedicated to Archangel Ariel. Breathe. Yeah, I'm kind of done explaining who Archangel Ariel is in every single reading. I think people get it at this point, and if not, go watch some of the old ones. Oh, my beloved Archangel Ariel, there you are. Nice deep breath. One card in clarity for the Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. What is the Crystal Oracle? What's written in the bookie book? What the actual stone itself? Both of those, one or the other, whatever. That the Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs needs to work with this full moon in Cancer to new moon next in Capricorn, December into January 2021. Good old-fashioned clear quartz work. I've been saying it for decades. Clear quartz is like the white candle of candle magic. Oh, it's like the white candle of crystal magic, of gem magic, right? Doesn't matter what you work with, it unifies all things. Now, someone else did just get this card, I know, because this one does not come up that often. Citrine clear quartz. Oh, Libra, the reading right before this. That would make sense why I did that yesterday. So, clear quartz with new love, with the witch archetype, you might be clearing the way for new love to come in, or at least you need to, which it does make sense. By the time you're watching this, you're already in Yuletide, granted waning moon. Oh no, we're still waxing moon at this point when you're saying it, right? Timelines, math, don't make me do math. Don't make me do math. Let me read you what is in the little bookie book here. I mean, come on, clear quartz, if anything is written about any stone anywhere for its magical, energetic, or metaphysical spiritual properties, it's clear quartz. Harmony, meditation, protection, infinite possibilities. And it's that infinite possibilities that really is that you can do anything with the clear quartz. Except some things. Clear quartz crystal can be programmed with whatever qualities you desire. For just like you, this crystal is full of infinite possibilities. Magic. Doug Heading poodle hair moment there. This card is asking you to reflect on all that you would love to have and to achieve in life. Make a list and then mentally infuse this card, or alternately a real quartz crystal, which I would recommend. You don't have to charge the card because I have the deck, and if you don't, that leaves you a little up Schitt's Creek. I think that's on Netflix. Carry this card or crystal with you. Keep it close to your heart and mentally envisage, really the word is envision, your life as you would love it to be. Set realistic goals for yourself and repeat this ritual daily until your goals are reached. Then set new goals. It's like reload the crystal. Remember, all is possible if you believe it. Just make sure it is truly what your heart desires. Life is a journey, not a destination. Well, in my opinion, and I said this in the last reading, life is a highway. I'm going to ride it all night long. Thank you very much. Okay, so look, there is immense potential here for you, infinite probabilities and possibilities. The reason why I go like that, with if you believe it, it's true. It's like, look, as much as I could try and like visualize and crystallize and intend that I'm going to turn into Nell Carter in the next 5 seconds and believe that I am, I might believe that I'm Nell Carter, but I ain't turning into Nell Carter. You don't know who Nell Carter is, you should Google her right away, because give me a break. My guys are having a field day with me today. So look, with that clear quartz thing, if you want new love and you're a witch, or at least if you want to access that kind of power, you had just better make sure you know what you are doing, that you are doing this wisely, right? If this is you. And if you are going to a witch to cast a love spell for you, you really need to do it yourself, right? It's like when you cast spells this is why I don't cast spells for other people. I've cast at them perhaps, but magic or any of that stuff is the way I teach it. It's like, I don't want to get involved in the emotional strings of your heart and somebody else. If you ever read the book Practical Magic, I mean, I know there's a scene in the movie with the dove and all of that, but read the book. Read the book. Those love spells are fucking dangerous. You might as well just dig a pit, cover it with great, big, huge banana leaves and put $100 bill in and see who falls in. Psychic flypaper, a lot of that stuff. No bueno. Yeah, I'm writing a book on that too. The most dangerous magic on earth. May they twist and turn, writhe and burn for no one else but me, for the highest good and harming none. No, it doesn't work that way. All right, I'm having a field day with this. I hope you are too. My Scorps, look, Daughters of the Moon Tarot, my Goddess deck, the Divine Feminine deck, what's going on inside of you, and then we'll use the Mythic Tarot, the God deck, the Masculine Energy deck, to see what you need to be aware of outside of yourself. Please take a nice deep breath. Oh, that feels good. Oh, I want to stay here. That feels so good. Please, my goddesses, one card in clarity. My goddesses of water, the sign of Scorpio, please, one card in clarity for the Scorpio collective sun, moon, rising, Venus, and what do they need to be aware of inside of themselves? Energetic coordinates, heart, third eye and crown chakra, right? Going inside behind their eyes. They need to embrace, deal with, wane, forgive, right? Release, however that works for them. This full moon in Cancer to new moon next in Capricorn, December into January 2021. The Hermit card, the Wise One, literally says the Wise One. Now, this is a feminist deck, and there are witches all over, and goddesses all over this deck. This is the Kaliach. Oh no, the Kaliach run, right? On a gray horse, not a pale horse. Let's not get our symbolism mixed here. Pale horse is death. This is a gray horse. She's the crone, the Kaliach, riding over a stone circle. You could say it's Stonehenge. I don't know that that's Stonehenge. I am not architect. I do not know. This is not Google Map. This is Tarot. Seeing things from a higher perspective. Pull into yourself. Make sure this is what you want. Make sure this is what you want. Yeah, I get maybe you're feeling lonely and isolated. Who really isn't? In 2020 with people sequestered in their own domains, as it is, even with people that, you know, they may have gotten along with earlier in the year, right? Shit changes. This is really about going deeper in and further up inside of yourself, trying to see things in an illuminated way. And though she is not carrying, oh my God, that is so funny. Although she is not carrying a lantern, I don't know if you can see this, she's carrying a wand. Do you see it right there? I'll try and put it right in the center of the camera. That's got a quartz crystal. Oh, and it's literally pointing the same way. Okay. All right, now we know who we're coping with. We know what we're dealing with here, at least on the inner. So look, how do you really feel about this stuff? Take your time, right? I am a Virgo. This is the Virgo card. I'm telling you, Scorpios, there's just nothing wrong with being aware that there is a major arcana energy, that there is a new place inside of yourself, or maybe it's not so new, but one where you're really being wise. I mean, the Kaliach is the crone. In this deck, the priestess is the maiden, the emperor is the mother, and the hermit is the crone, right? So take that in. Take your own wisdom. Look at what, particularly this waning moon, right? End of the year, you're going to be like, this feels like New Year's Eve magic if you wanted to do it. Although doing it on a waning moon, I'd wait until I'd wait until new moon in Capricorn, honestly. But you know, that might be the thing. Like, really make sure that you are in touch with the wholeness, WHOLENESS, that you are in your spirit and in your soul. My gods, what does this look like? On the outside, energetic coordinates, root, sacrum, solar plexus, chakras. What's going on in their outside world? The yang force, my gods, the divine masculine aspect, Hades and Poseidon, who share the throne of Scorpio. Please, one card in clarity for these Scorpios. What is it they need to be aware of outside of themselves this full moon in Cancer, new moon next in Capricorn, December into January 2021. Yeah, Seven of Swords. Beware of sneaky, but this might be you being sneaky. Now look, There are different ways for that Six of Swords to play itself out. Certainly witches keep secrets. Certainly we do. We're aware of mysteries. We know what mushrooms to eat in the forest and which ones not to. And, well, if we're going to eat that one, we need to take a few days off until our pupils come back into normal size and shape, right? We've experienced it. We know this stuff. So sometimes we know when to be discreet. Now, the thing about this is that you might be like, no, everything's fine. No. Just playing the game. Just playing the game by being a little deceptive here. Or someone is doing that for you, hence the need for clarity. But remember, this is also about meditation, this card, right? Like, it really had great words. It's not that I wouldn't correlate those with clear quartz. Harmony, meditation, protection, infinite possibilities. This feels like a more inward time for you. I mean, it's still, look, I'm in New York. It's fucking cold here, right? So I get that wanting to pull in. But this the Seven of Swords, if something's not right here or something's being hidden, but it's delayed. See, that's the thing. It's yeah, you could call this lying and deception, but to me, this kind of feels like someone's not, well, what's called a sin of omission. It's not that you lied. It's just you didn't tell the truth, right? You held back something here, or someone's holding that back from you. Again, it's a general read. If you were my client, we wouldn't be done until we figured out what that was. So if you want to be my client, find me on Facebook. Easiest way to book me ever. Find me on Facebook. You don't have to add me as a friend. Just send me a Facebook message. We do the reading right there. You pay me right there, too. Very easy peasy, eggs and cheesy. And I don't care if people add me on Facebook. If you're mean, if you're rude, I know how to block somebody. I'm a witch. I mean on the Facebook. Picked up the wrong deck. Okay, we have got 5 cards down. These last 3 are going to be a big deal, right? We got our 2 tarot on the table, 2 oracles, the healing system. These next 2 will be the healing systems that kind of lay it on the table and say what is going on here. Now look, that new love indicates a relationship. So I'm going to go into, because I don't think this is a new love. I mean, it could be a new love of self. It's totally possible. Maybe you've been twin flaming with somebody, right? Twin flames teach you how to love yourself in the harshest, roughest, burning, most transformative ways possible, right? So really it can be very, very painful. So somebody might be sneaking out on somebody, if that's the case. So, Chuck Spezzano Love Pack. Let's see from the Ascended Masters, and I will ask for the Ascended Masters of Soul Contracts. Please, 1 card in clarity for the Scorpio Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, this full moon in Cancer. To new moon next in Capricorn. What is the piece of luck they need to be aware of? Or what is the piece of healing that they need to implement? Or what is the piece of grace they need to tune to? Or what is the piece of the problem in this situation that they are dealing with this full moon to new moon next December, January 2020. Please, just 1 card. That feels like 2. It is 2. Please, just 1 card, which again speaks of more than one thing going on here when the cards just don't hit one. So please, my Ascended Masters, guides and grace from my. Yeah, the problem of manipulation. Now, I saw this one pop up too before. Who cares? Watch the other reads. Let me put you over here for a second. No, I do remember seeing this. Let's see. Oppression, jealousy. Oh, manipulation. This was also just in Libra read. That's why I look back, but I don't look back that far. It's like, oh. So the clear quartz and in the same positions, obviously, it's a 1 card draw from that deck. Yeah, so really look at your Libra vibes, or if you're cross-watching Libra or something like that. There is, the problem is manipulation here, and it is hidden. It is sneaky. Now, by the way, if this wasn't the suit of problems, there is a suit in the Daughters of the Moon. I think it's the yeah, it's the card of manipulations. It's a blade card. I think it's the 8 of Blades. A 6 of Blades. Sorry, the 6 of Blades. Manipulation. It's the balancing of the mind. That's different. If you have a headache and you take an aspirin, you manipulated yourself. Light a candle with an intention. You manipulate, right? So it's not that. It's not that. It's that it's being done in the shadow. It's being done in the shadow. Now, ooh, someone's put a spell on me. When people come to me and say, someone's put a spell on me, someone's cursed me, I'm like, okay, who? And they'll tell me. I'm like, do they have any formal training? And they look at me like, what? I'm like, yeah, it's not the easiest thing in the world to do, and there's a price to pay. Magic always comes with a price. It's like Uncle Silkskin. Go spin some straw, fix this economy. Glut the economy with straw gold. Look, I don't like that vibe. I don't like being manipulated. That's why I don't do those kind of spells no more. Oh, you have to in the beginning. Oh, honey, I've done some doozies of love spells in my life. I will write about that in the book Path of True Love once we get the new Kindle version of Words of Grace out next year. I got some good fucking stories to tell about the tube. Yeah, something. Ascended Masters of Soul Contracts are saying that. Hey, come here, Matt Kahn Healing Mantra Deck. Yeah, you need, look, get yourself a clear quartz. They're not hard to find. They're everywhere, right? Get one, work this mantra, whatever it is. Stick it in the stone, rub it on your forehead. I don't know. Vibrational suppository. However you absorb it into your root chakra. I don't know. You're Scorpio. It would not shock me at all if somebody comes out with that, right? It's like jade eggs, but with clear quartz. Let's see what the Ascended Masters have to say about your perfect mantra. Breathe. Yeah. Ascended Masters of soul contracts. Yeah, there is conflict going on here. There's something that needs to be harmonized, right? That clear quartz that they kind of need to meditate. I get that. And this is a new love, and something's going on behind the scenes here that I don't think they know that. I don't think the Scorpios know that. I mean, unless they're the ones doing it, right? So please, what is their perfect healing mantra, particularly with that witch archetype? It's very concerning. Please, their perfect healing mantra, this new full moon in Cancer, new moon next in Capricorn, December into January 2021. Please, my masters. And we've got celebrating simplicity. I am more fulfilled when there is less to manage and maintain. Like, I'm not necessarily saying there's a third party here, but I am saying that you have got better things to focus on, right? That you need to simplify this for yourself. If there is manipulation going on, it could be pulling your own strings. I mean, it's not that we can't do that. We can't manipulate ourselves, particularly in situations of new love, playing the game of what if. But there's something here about this witch archetype that if you can really stay centered, right, you will be able to return to some of the basics here. So let me read to you what's in the card, celebrating simplicity, right? It's about paring down too. I mean, this is a waning moon. It would make sense. Celebrating simplicity. I am more fulfilled when there is less to manage and maintain. When there are fewer details to manage, you are able to receive more joy. This is true. The more commitments that pile up in your life, and I think that word commitment is underlined that, the more commitments that pile up in your life, the less likely you are to find the time to take everything in. Absolutely true. Particularly a new lover, if they're with somebody else or you're with somebody else. Once all moving parts have been arranged in a proper working balance, simplicity can be celebrated and you glean the most benefit from your reality. This mantra is ideal for creating stronger boundaries, healing your inner people pleaser, oh dear, and finding moments of serenity. I am more fulfilled when there is less to manage and maintain. And the way I remember that mantra is the more and less. I'll be more fulfilled the less there is to manage and maintain. Okay, so, okay, so if you are the witch here, keep the spells simple. Keep the spells simple. Bring together he and me, if only if we're meant to be, for the well-being of all, with harm to none, as I will, so let it be done. And that's good. You can change he and she interchangeably that way. I'm a spell crafter as well as a spell caster. I know. I was raised by a lawyer. I know how to write a contract, right? Make sure there's a loophole. That's why for the well-being of all, with harm to none. But look, you can't magically zombify them to fall in love with you and then say for the well-being of all. I'm just not gonna work. It's doomed. It'll never work. Okay, last card down. Now the Whispers of Love Oracle. There are no womp womp cards in this deck. But if This is the one that's going to tell you the tea. Last card down. The voices of the higher selves, fifth dimensional and above, eighth chakra and above, please. No, the higher selves of all involved. And that means everybody involved, not just the Scorpio, but everybody involved. Please, one card in clarity for the Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. This full moon in Cancer to new moon next day in Capricorn. What is the piece of insight, inspiration, or information they most need from their higher selves? This full moon to new moon next, considering we've got the witch archetype, new love, right? The angel needs to call to the angel of new love. They need to work with clear cords to clear something up here. And they need to take some hermit time inside themselves to really deal with whatever needs to be clarified here with this Seven of Swords. Because the problem is manipulation, whether they're doing it, another is doing it, they're manipulating a third party, and third party is manipulating them. That they need to deal with, address that problem by celebrating simplicity. I'm more fulfilled when there's less to manage and maintain. This totally sounds like a waning moon read. The higher selves of all involved, so please, what is the whisper of love you got for them this full moon to new moon next? New and new love. I can't put both of them in the title, but I might drop it. I might. I guess we know what I'm going to do already if you're watching this then. New love. Embrace this new opportunity of love that is here. This may pertain to work opportunities or spiritual growth. I just had to say if Libra also got that. It didn't, and someone else got new love in the previous readings. Look. This has to start with new love as yourself, in my opinion, my take on this as a witch. And that's not the airy-fairy stuff. That is saying, out of love for myself, I've got to look at this manipulative trend that's going on in this context. This kind of new love with a clear quartz clarity thing from Archangel Ariel saying, this has to be honorable, this has to be clear, this has to be clean, because it has infinite possibilities to go either way, but that what is in your heart? What is it that you really want? I could see you emotionally wanting to really pull away and go into a more spiritual zone inside of yourself. And either, I don't think ghosting here, but I feel like not necessarily revealing everything. And I will tell you something, as a witch, when you are working with people who are not ready to know stuff, it's not that you breadcrumb them, and it's not that you dumb them down. You say there are just certain things that I can't verbalize right now. Right? There's certain things that I'm going through. I'm not trying to be sneaky. I'm just having healthy boundaries. And that's why it's good that you've got the Hermit card there, the Virgo card. This can be done in a very healthy way in terms of first giving love to yourself. Then, should someone else come in, or if there's somebody on the page here already, so to speak, really keep an eye on manipulation, because it's a neutral word, right? Like I said, oh, I don't have a lighter on me. Like, I could light a light. This is what I used to teach in witch class all the time. Really, class number 1. Take the lighter and I go, flick my bic for the class and say, good or evil. And, they go, what? I'm like, good or evil? They're like, well, good. I'm like, right. I could light a candle and pray and, set an intention to fucking heal the world. Or I could torch the house, Marge, right? And, right, it depends on the energy. And that's the whole thing about archetypes. That's the whole thing about power. So, embrace this new opportunity of love that is here. It may pertain to work opportunities or spiritual growth. And honestly, if this involves another person and there's something sneaky going on here, and it does feel like third party, like you're with somebody and the new love comes in, and that's not for everybody, I'm sure. It kind of feels more like the other way around. Somebody else comes to you and they're with somebody else. You really do need to pull back and really see this from a higher perspective within inside of yourself. And that is going to simplify things. Yeah, all right, let's put it together in the blessing, because I love doing that part. Take a nice deep breath. All right, my collective pantheons, may the Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs be blessed with all that they need this full moon in Cancer in December to the, waning to the new moon in Capricorn in January, that they may alchemize their own wisdom, their own love, their own power, their own magic from lead to gold, being the conduit through which great high vibrational power moves through them as they celebrate the simplicity, understanding that they are more fulfilled when there is less to manage and maintain, that they find that clarity that they need with the clear quartz, in that meditation, in that protection, in that harmony, bringing things together with this new love, this new opportunity for love that they need to address and look at, though there is something sneaky, surreptitious, clandestine going on here that they need to be aware of. They need to be aware that there is a problem here of manipulation. So they need to go within themselves as the hermit, to pull back, to go deeper in and further up into those higher chakras, tuning themselves to see things from the highest perspective they can, so that they can call on, and as they work, call on, and as they go through this waning moon, call on the angel of new love healing to prepare them for this new love that's coming in, for this waning moon tide, for their well-being, for the well-being of all involved, and for the well-being of all who are in similar situations. So mould be. And so it is. Yeah, I feel like new love comes in. Now that I look at it, sometimes it comes through in the blessing. It's like, oh yeah, a new love is coming in, but someone's got to go. Someone's got to go. Someone's got to go. And it feels like, yeah, you may be doing some waiting, but it's well worth your time with that card of the wise one. So there you have it, my Scorpio collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs. Wasn't expecting that, but there it is. Obviously, new love, you got the card twice. So if there was something here in this reading you're like, hey, hit the thumbs up. You want more, subscribe. And get ready, because I've got new stuff coming in 2021, and even by the end of 2020, I'm going to be doing some live stuff while I am traveling. So wishing you all the very best and the very blessed of this full moon.